Spurge here. In this video, we're going to break down the Rukka Armagate pants. Now, these are going to be paired perfectly with the Armagate jacket, which is going to be a touring option within Rukka's line. This is going to be 3 to 4 seasonality, gore shell, bring your own base layer. So really, you can use this in the warmer months of the year, and then you can get this into the colder months of the year by how you want to layer up underneath these pants. They are coming in at around the $950 price point, so just keep that in mind. This is going to be a premium offering within Rukka's line. And what we'll talk about here from a seasonality standpoint is just, I would have loved to have seen a bit more ventilation. I think for the price, you're only getting one little side vent over here. If you are looking for something that you can stretch into the warmest months of the year, depending on where you live, these might be a little bit too cold weather focused for you. So I would say that these are going to be perfect for spring, fall, and into the winter. And then depending on how your tolerance sits, they might not give you enough ventilation to wear throughout the hottest months of the summer. So just keep that in mind. Touring focused, you should be looking at these pants if you are someone riding, a Goldwing, a BMW RT, something that is more on-street touring focused with this. If you want something that's a little bit more adventure focused, you would want to take a look at maybe something like the Madagascar in Rukka's line. So let's start with sizing and then work our way through these pants. Pat McHugh on my left-hand side stands at 6 feet tall. He measures his waist at 39 inches around the belly button. According to Rukka's size chart, he should be in a size 54. They fit him spot on. So just keep that in mind. As long as you're using Rukka's size chart, you should have no surprises. Sizes will range from a 44 up to a 66. We love the fact that Rukka has both smaller as well as larger sizes available. We do get a lot of phone calls into customer service around, well, I'm a larger rider, what can I find to fit? Yes, these are going to be on the more expensive end of the spectrum, but Rukka does go up into some pretty generous sizing with their gear. So the main shell construction on this is going to be a 3-layer Gore Pro shell throughout the body, and then in your key impact zones like around your knee, that is where you're going to get 1500D cordura for extra abrasion resistance. The armor that you're going to see in the knees as well as the hip is going to be a CE level 2 D3O XTR armor. This is going to be made specifically for Rukka. They coordinate with D3O, and this is going to be a very specially designed armor to give you CE level 2 protection with comfort as well as a lot of ventilation to allow sweat wicking to happen and to allow airflow to just move throughout the garment. So you can see the size of the knee armor in this and exactly how it gives you coverage. The armor is actually kind of gone in through the side here, so there is a zipper on the side. That's how you get the armor in and out and how you can kind of adjust it to fine tune how it fits for you. So the garment itself is CE AA rated for abrasion resistance. Now let's work our way from the waist on down. Full connection zipper. You can get suspenders added to this. They're not included with the price. I think that's a miss. I think for $950-ish, you should be able to have the suspenders included. Velcro adjuster at the waist. And then as you work your way down, you're going to see, at first you see the YKK water resistant zip and you think, okay, cool, this is going to be a waterproof pocket. It says right here, this is a water resistant pocket. So just keep that in mind. And honestly, it's not even really big enough to comfortably fit a cell phone. So just very limited in the pocket storage. As you work your way down, you are going to have a stretch material working its way through the crotch for added comfort. And you're going to have little pops or reflective working along the vents, accordion stretch at the top of the knee, that extra layer of cordura at the front of the knee. And again, that little zipper on the side is going to be for adding the armor, taking it in, taking it out. Pat, go ahead and face sideways for me. So this is what I was talking about. You do have one direct vent at the side of the pant, but very limited in its venting. It would have been nicer to see this kind of positioned a little bit more towards the front of the leg, and then a separate zipper at the back just to help really promote airflow through. As it sits right now, this particular vent doesn't do too much in the way of venting, especially in the warmer months of the year. You can see that softer stretch material. It's almost like a neoprene kind of a feel to it at the back of the knee for added comfort. Pops are reflective along the side of the pant there with that kind of Rukka logo. You have a entry point at the bottom which has a Velcro closure, and then that YKK water resistant zip goes up there with GORE-TEX behind there for waterproof protection. So you can kind of fine tune how this fits over top of your riding boots. But if you want to zip it all the way down, you're not going to be able to wear anything too bulky underneath there. You go ahead and face backwards for me. Nice tall yoke, 360 connection zipper to match up with that Armagate jacket. Accordion stretch at the back of the yoke on this, and then you are going to have that little gripper panel in the coccyx area of this seat, keeping in mind that there's that little bladder that Rukka uses on the inside of the garment to make sure that the waterproof protection that is GORE-TEX is working, but that little extra gripper panel just makes sure that the pants aren't sliding back and forth on the seat. If you've ever worn riding pants that are a little bit slippery on more of a sport touring bike, which has a little bit of a tuck to it, you find yourself constantly just sliding into the tank. That's what that little gripper panel is there for. Sir, you can go ahead and face forward for me. So again, just a quick look at the Armagate pants. This would pair up with the Armagate jacket within Rukka's line. We have a full detailed breakdown video on that, so if you want more information, you want to check out that video for the jacket, but just keeping in mind that there are no layers here. This is just going to be that GORE-TEX abrasion resistant shell, and for anything you want for thermal underneath, you would have to bring your own to the party. So if you have more questions as to how other riders are enjoying these pants, you can click the little info button on your desktop or mobile device. That will take you over to other rider reviews. And if you're not sure as to whether these pants are right for the jacket pant combo you're considering, you can always reach out to one of our customer service reps and they can walk you through all the different pant options available to make sure you have the right pants to match up with your riding jacket, as well as your riding style and your budget. I want to thank you for joining us for this look at the Rukka Armagate pants. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.